Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is your favorite show, Daily Calls, a show that answers all your stock-related queries on the program. Top market experts guide you through all the queries that you have over the next 45 minutes. Now, how do you send us your queries? The WhatsApp number is flashing on your screen. Send me all your questions along with your name, location and your contact details. We can also give you an opportunity to speak directly to our top market experts and also take a custom-made advice for yourself. Now, you can also log on to our YouTube channel, that's on Business Today. Go to Daily Calls Live and use the comment section there to also send me your questions. I'll be happy to address that with our top market experts as well. Let me first quickly help you understand how the markets are shaping up as far as half-time trade is concerned. Back above the 25,115 odd level, just mildly higher in trade. The markets are doing all their efforts to continue to stay above this level. Barring IT, pharma, consumer durables and autos, four sectors that are lower in trade. Rest of the sectors are still pulling up in trade today. Real estate has definitely taken the baton in its hands today, 1.6% higher. This is despite a 2.5% uptick that we are seeing on the India Wix today. And PSU stocks, including railways, are definitely in focus in trades as well. Let me also now quickly welcome all our guests who are joining in, and of course all our viewers as well who are joining in on our YouTube. You have Aarti, you also have names like Anuj, Jaya, Maurya joining in, Shubham, Malik. Welcome to everybody. Thanks a lot for joining in. And let me introduce to you our top guest today who will be helping you out with all of your queries today. Mr. Nilesh Jain joins in on the program with us. He is the head and vice president of technicals and derivatives research at Centrum Broking. Welcome to you, Nilesh. Good to have you with us at the start of another week. Tell me what's your sense first on the markets. This is the week before the GST cuts actually come into focus. How are you looking at this week then?
Very good afternoon to you, Sakshi. Absolutely. So, what a great start, I would say, for the September series. We have seen a good rebound in the September series, and the sentiment has turned positive given the kind of a breakout that we have seen in the previous week on the Nifty index from a symmetrical triangle pattern. And not only that, the Nifty index also crosses psychological barrier. The much awaited hurdle has been crossed at 25,100. Overall, the structure has turned positive, as we mentioned earlier as well in the previous week. The momentum indicators and oscillators have already given a buy crossover. So, looking at the overall development, the Bank Nifty, which was a laggard, have started to play a catch-up move today. And in fact, overall structure, if you look at for the Bank Nifty, has turned positive for 55,500 to 56,000 levels. These are the levels we can expect in the September series. So overall, it's a buy and decline kind of structure, both for Nifty and Bank Nifty. We expect some bit of outperformance in the Bank Nifty given the kind of underperformance we have seen in the August series. So there could be possibility of a huge amount of short covering. That's quite possible in the Bank Nifty. So overall, Bank Nifty looks positive. One can go long, keeping a stop loss below 54,600, 55,500, 56,000 kind of levels can be seen in the September series. Now coming to Nifty, 54,000 is now the base for the Nifty index, and 25,200 is the immediate target, followed by 25,500. That's for the September series. So the bias looks positive as long as Nifty trades above a psychological support of 25,000. The volatility index India VIX is very much in the comfort zone, and since we have a couple of events lined up this week, Fed policy outcome will be there. So markets are likely to remain a bit volatile. So better to focus on stocks and sectors in this kind of volatile market.
Stocks and sectors, better to stick with them in this volatile setup in the markets. Yes, we are seeing the very choppy kind of a chart from this morning trade as we've been seeing. It's been absolutely choppy first half of the trading session. Let's find out what else is in store for the markets. But let's get into a lot of Q&A rounds that we are getting from our viewers now. Nilesh, our first question to you from our viewer is from Aarti Jain. She says, hi sir, I want to know, can I invest in Rico Auto and Jamna Auto at the current levels, and what can be the best buying price for these stocks? So auto ancillaries on her radar. Jamna Auto has been in the focus over the last couple of sessions. It has been in momentum. And Rico Auto, those are the two stocks she has chosen. Are these good stocks to look at?
Absolutely, Sakshi. So, out of these two, if I have to pick any one, then that would be Rico Auto. Very good structure. If you can pull up last 1 year chart, you can clearly see the stock has broken out from its triple top kind of pattern at 101 level. So 101 will now be the important support. And given this kind of a breakout from last 1 year consolidation, the upside seems to be open up for 130 plus kind of target. That's the near term target. On immediate basis, short term target could be somewhere around 114 to 116. So it's a buy and decline kind of structure. 101 should be your stop loss. If you have already bought into this particular counter, then stay put and keep a trailing stop loss at 101. And the upside seems to be open up for 120, 130 in the near term. Now coming to Jamna Auto, comparatively, if you see the structure in the Jamna Auto is also looking positive, and it has also formed a good rounding bottom formation, but the
Yeah.
breakout is awaited. A breakout of 112 will be considered as a buying opportunity. Target would be then 120 to 130. Keep a stop loss at 103.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also helped you out, viewers, in identifying the right strategy, Aarti, for yourself. Let's take the next one. This one is from our WhatsApp that we are getting. This is Kiran Bhaskar. He's from Bangalore, and he says, "Sir, I want to know about Adani Ports. My level of purchase is 1438. Is it good to continue to add on dips from here? What would you advise?"
Sakshi, you are talking about Adani Port, right?
Yes, Adani Ports added at 1438. Currently, it slipped below 1400 levels. So, good to add on dips is what he is asking.
Right. See, Adani Port, yes, it's a good to accumulate on declines. The stock has a very strong support at 1350, and a gradual up move towards 1450 is something that we can expect from a short term perspective. But a breakout above 1450 will give a fresh momentum. Then the upside will open up for 1550 to 1600. But for that, it should break 1450 barrier on the upside. But it's good to it looks good to accumulate at present level, keeping a stop loss below 1350.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has helped you out, Kiran, in understanding the strategy there. Next, we have Momita writing it. A lot of our women viewers are just stepping up to ask their questions. Good to see all of you on the program. Momita is now joining in from Kolkata. She says, "Hi Sakshi, hope you have a great new week. Thank you so much for your wonderful wishes, and I hope the same for you as well, Momita." The question is, I want to make a fresh entry in Zomato, that's Eternal, and in Nykaa, FSN e-commerce. What could be a good entry level for both these stocks for the next 6 months to 12 months kind of an outlook is what she's asking you, Nilesh. So again, consumption oriented theme, festive season comes in. We've been seeing a lot of these tech platforms, how they are hiring more people to cater to the festive demand as well. Eternal has been in focus of late. It has been consistently moving up with the hopes that GST rationalization can also bring, some kind of an uptick on the entire demand scenario. And even for Nykaa, we've been seeing improving results and some movement on the charts on the positive side as well. How are you going to be looking at both these?
Well, Sakshi, first of all, we remain constructive on auto as well as consumption space. Both these space are looking positive from a short-term perspective. So buy and decline should be the strategy. Now coming to consumption space, Eternal, Nykaa, in fact, both the stocks are looking on a positive side. But the ideal
Okay.
strategy should be to accumulate on declines, not advisable to chase the momentum. As far as Eternal is concerned, 310, 300, that could be a good entry point, keeping the stop loss below 295. It's a buy and decline structure, and the near term target could be somewhere around 360 to 400. Now, coming to Nykaa, see from our side on technical front, it's a buy at current level, but it's a short term momentum play. 248, 250 kind of levels one can expect to, from a very short term perspective. But given the time frame of 6 months plus, I think one can keep a trailing stop loss at 222 and maybe hold this particular counter for 280 to 300 kind of target. So that's quite possible in the near term. So it's a buy and decline structure. The ideal buying range from a positional perspective could be somewhere around 235 to 230.
Okay, fair point. Got that as well. Let me take another one then. We have this question again from our WhatsApp Viewers, this is Jitendra Tandon says I have invested in Happiest Minds. I purchased in July of 2020, that is almost 5 years back, and the rate was 1350. But he says since the last 1.5 years, the stock is actually moving towards 52-week lows. Why? Is there a reason for that, and what should be my strategy here? Okay, got that. So invested at 1350 in July of 2020. Currently, it's at 567. Currently, it's hovering near 52-week lows. Any suggestion here that you would be able to advise? The stock has been consistently slipping lower.
Absolutely. So, Sakshi, if you see since 2021, when the stock made a high near about 1500, it is constantly moving in a lower top and lower turn trajectory,
Yeah.
constantly going down, and it has corrected almost one third from that particular price. So, on technical front, the structure has constantly been seen on a weaker side since it is forming a lower top and lower term formation, and we can expect further downtick to continue. On fundamental side, we have seen kind of a weak Q on Q numbers in this particular counter. So on fundamental as well as on technical front, the structure is looking on a weaker side. So not advisable to buy or average at present level. If you want to stay put with your existing long position, then keep a strict stop loss at 540. If it breaks 540, then quite possible that it may slide further towards 500 or 450 as well. But if in case you want to get out from this particular counter, then wait for a pullback. If you see any pullback towards 650, 700, that could be a good exit opportunity. And you have better options available within this space. So shift to the better options. This particular counter is looking weak from a short to medium term perspective.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has helped you out there. Let me take another question, and this one we will take from our YouTube viewers. Okay, we have Shomalia Biswas writing in from Kolkata. He says, I have 6 lots of Nifty. 23rd September expiry, 25,350 call option is what I have at 61.4. I want to know what is the stop loss and target that I should keep for myself. Any suggestion on this one, Nilesh?
Sakshi, please could you repeat the strike that has been
Yes,
bought? Is it
yes,
25,300?
25,350 call option at 61.44.
Okay. So first of all, as we mentioned, our view on the market that we remain bullish and we are likely to see a gradual up move. But that's for this week. And since the strike that has bought of 25,350 is of the coming weekly expiry, that is on 23rd of September. So at present level, keep a strict stop loss for this particular option that's come somewhere around 41. So keeping a stop loss at 41, you can carry forward your long position in this particular option. We can expect a move towards 65 to 70 from a very short term perspective, and quite possible that 80 plus kind of levels can be seen. But for the day, the Nifty is relatively underperforming compared to the Bank Nifty, and due to some sectorial underperformance in the Nifty constituent, so there could be possibility of some consolidation since we have already seen a rally for the 8 consecutive sessions. So usually we see after such sharp spurt, you see some bit of retracement. So that consolidation, quite possible that you may witness some bit of time decay in your particular option. So that's why keep a stick stop loss, but the overall structure is on a positive side.
Okay, got that. I hope this has helped you out. Let's take the next one. Anuj Singh writes in, says, good afternoon, Sakshi, good afternoon, Nilesh sir. Inox India का शेयर मैंने लिया हुआ है 706 के रेट पर 100 शेयर्स है मेरे पास और इसका मैं 6 मंथ्स का टारगेट जानना चाहता हूँ आपसे. आइनॉक्स इंडिया के ऊपर खरीदा हुआ है 1215 के लेवल पर अभी फिलहाल है और अच्छे खासे प्रॉफिट में ये बने हुए हैं. आज भी 4% ऊपर है ये शेयर. निलेश, अगले 6 महीने तक की कैसी लग रही है चाल? क्या बने रहे अपनी पोजीशन को लेकर?
आप बिल्कुल देखिए, स्ट्रक्चर वाइज अगर आप देखें तो काफी पॉजिटिव स्ट्रक्चर है. अच्छी बात ये है कि काफी अच्छी खरीद लेवल इनका काफी अच्छा है. तो स्ट्रक्चर वाइज नेक्स्ट 6 मंथ के टाइम फ्रेम से आई थिंक द स्टॉक हैज अ पोटेंशियल यहाँ से 1350 से 1450 के रेंज में जा सकता है. सो एट प्रेजेंट लेवल, जस्ट इन ऑर्डर टू प्रोटेक्ट योर प्रिंसिपल एज वेल एज योर प्रॉफिट, आप एक ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस यहाँ पे लगाए 1155 का. 1155 is a recent swing low that ये पर्टिकुलर काउंटर ने लास्ट वीक लगाया था ऑन फ्राइडे. सो 1150 के नीचे नहीं जाता है तो उसके ऊपर चांसेस है कि 1300 1350 इमीडिएट बेसिस पे और पोजिशनल पर्सपेक्टिव से 1450 तक की भी अपसाइड यहाँ पर देखने को मिल सकती है.
Okay, got that. Let's take the next one. This one is from one of our other viewers. जय रमी रेड्डी है और ये लिखते हैं कि आई हैव एन 8-year old daughter and I am holding an amount of 1.5 lakh rupees that she has in her piggy bank, and I now want to utilize that money by investing in stock markets. So please share what exactly should be my strategy, any stocks that you can name for the same. Jaya, it's a great news that you've managed to save and accumulate for your daughter 1.5 lakh rupees, and you want to further now that money by investing in and into the stock markets as well. That's a great way to invest for your daughter's future as well. Nilesh, how would you advise? Hold some money of 1.5 lakh rupees. I'm sure this is for the long term for their daughters. So, what is the exact strategy that you'd advise?
Well, Sakshi, first of all, it's a very good idea. I appreciate that is looking after for a long-term approach for an investment perspective. So first of all, you need to pick up the stocks that has quality and margin of safety should be higher in those stocks.
Yes.
Stick to the quality names within Nifty 50 pack. And from a longer term perspective, you can expect 15 to 20%, even more than that kind of a CAGR. So stocks like Reliance Industries, which is available at a very corrected price of 1390, we have already seen a good high somewhere around 1550 to 1600 earlier. In fact, the previous all-time high was somewhere placed around 1600. So overall, it is at corrected price, good levels to accumulate. Divide your 1.5 lakh into 4 to 5 different stocks. So
Sure.
Reliance will be one, and second would be ICICI Bank. Within banking space, ICICI Bank looks attractive for 1800 kind of levels from next 1.5 to 2 year perspective.
Yeah.
And apart from that, you can probably look after Geo Finance as well. So this particular counter is also looking positive at current price for 400 plus kind of levels, and support is somewhere around 280. So these are the three stocks as of now, but there are many more. You can probably look within Nifty 50 pack and divide your entire sum into 4 to 5 stocks.
Okay, so the idea, Jaya, that has been shared by our expert is that you should select 4 to 5 stocks, divide this money between all those 4 to 5 stocks, and then let it be, for a long term of period, and then see how these stocks grow. And in case you have more money, then you can keep on asking whether these are the stocks that you can top off your own investments into. 3 stock ideas have already been shared with you. Stay tuned, maybe you'll find 2 other stocks in our conversation to follow with Nilesh as well. Let's try and understand some more questions that are coming in. Okay, this one is from Archana from Bangalore. Hi Archana, says could you please suggest a view on Sona BLW for the next 5 years, and what level should I enter it into as well? From the auto ancillary pack, Sona BLW is the question and the question is that I do have a 5-year time horizon. So is it a good time to enter right now, or if not, could you suggest a price?
Well, Sona Comsure is the symbol I can see on NSE,
Yeah.
which is currently at
Yes.
433. See, on technical front, it is not looking that attractive as of now. It is into auto ancillary, and we have already seen a good momentum within this space. But this stock has been one of the underperformer. So first of all, it's not advisable at present level. But just in case, if you are willing to enter at present level, then keep a stick stop loss at 400, because 400 is a multi-month strong support zone. If it breaks the same, then it may slide further towards 380, 350 as well. But on the other hand, if it breaks 455 on the upside, then probably you can look after entering in this particular counter for 550, 600 kind of target. But as of now, within this space, within auto ancillary, you have better options. I would rather go with auto stocks, preferably stocks like Motherson. You have Ashok Leyland and two-wheeler space TVS. These are the better options available. You can look after these stocks. This particular Sona Comstar for the time being is not looking that attractive.
Okay, fair point. Let's take another one. This one is from Moria. He's from Bengaluru again, and he says, Nilesh sir, can you give me an outlook on Indian hotels for the September series, the current one?
Well, Indian Hotel for the September series, the structure is turning out on a positive side after today's move. and 820 kind of levels one can expect for the September series plus 820. Stop loss for this particular stock is coming somewhere around 765. So 765 should be your stop loss. 800 to 820 can be the immediate target in this particular stock.
Okay, fair point. Let's take the next one. This one is from one of our other viewers on our WhatsApp again. This is from Sunil Beliwal. He says, good afternoon. Could you please share me a view on Sequent Scientific? I bought this stock at 188. 200 शेयर्स है और इसका पूछ लीजिए. I'll be highly obliged. For sure, Sunil, we'll get you your view on Sequent Scientific. Buying price of 188.
Look like recently bought into this particular counter.
Yes.
So 183 is the current market price and it has a very good support at 178. So first of all आप 178 का stop loss लगाएं, long position है तो बने रहें. 190 एक hurdle है. 190 के ऊपर अगर ये काउंटर निकलता है then we can expect a spurt towards 200 to 210. 200 से 210 तक के जाने की संभावना है, बट 178 के स्टॉप लॉस से यहाँ पर अपनी लॉन्ग पोजीशन में बने रह सकते हैं.
ओके चलिए यहाँ पर भी आपको राय मिल गई है. उम्मीद करते हैं आप इसे डेफिनेटली फॉलो करेंगे. लेट्स टेक अनदर वन. दिस वन इज फ्रॉम Rajkumar. He is from Mumbai. He says, Sakshi, could you please help me with a view on Chennai Petro and Petronet LNG in futures? What is your view on this? Okay, any suggestion, Nilesh ji? Chennai Petro और Petronet LNG के ऊपर आउटलुक क्या है?
Right. So out of these two, first of all, if I have to choose any one stock on the long side as a momentum play, that would be Chennai Petro. We remain bullish on this particular counter after a breakout that we have spotted at 700. So overall, structure is positive for 800 plus kind of levels in the very short term. 700 now will be the immediate support. So it's a buy and decline structure for Chennai Petro. Coming to Petronet, on the other hand, it can be a contraband since it is trading at multi-month support zone. So from a risk and reward perspective, looks attractive. At 270 should be your stop loss, and one can expect a pullback move towards 285 to 300. But if you see conviction, that is a little bit high on Chennai Petro compared to Petronet. But a contraband can be played keeping a strict stop loss at 270 in Petronet.
Okay, got that. I hope this has helped you out truly, Rajkumar, in taking the right decision for yourself. Let's take another one. This one is from Ravi Lal. He says, what is your current view on MCX? कमोडिटी स्पेस, कमोडिटी एक्सचेंज MCX के ऊपर पूछ रहे हैं. लगातार पिछले कुछ दिनों में हमने देखा कि ये स्टॉक मोमेंटम में भी आया है, और अगर हम गोल्ड और सिल्वर की बात करें, प्रेशियस मेटल्स, तो लगातार ऊपर बढ़ रहे हैं. तो ऐसे में कमोडिटी एक्सचेंज कैसा लग रहा है आपको?
Well, commodity MCX, this particular exchange has been little bit volatile. बट एक पॉजिटिव डेवलपमेंट यहाँ पर हम टेक्निकल फ्रंट पे देख रहे हैं कि काउंटर हैज टेकन अ वेरी गुड सपोर्ट at somewhere around 7,350. So 7,350 to 7,400 zone में काफी strong support है, and given the volatile nature of this particular counter, one has to be cautious. Keep a strict stop loss at 7,400. अगर ऑलरेडी खरीदा है तो ये स्टॉप लॉस लगाएं. अगर फ्रेश एंट्री के पर्सपेक्टिव से देख रहे हैं तो बेटर है थोड़ा सा वेट करें. 7,600 7,500 could be a good entry point, and we are expecting a gradual up move towards 8,200 to 8,400. So gradual up move is something that one can expect in this particular stock, but keeping in mind that this stock is extremely volatile in nature.
Okay, got that. Let's take another one. This one is from one of our viewers, Raju Tiwari. लिखते हैं, Hi Sakshi, good afternoon. It's a great show. Thank you so much, Raju, for writing in. The question is, can you please review Adani Enterprises? I am holding since 3,100 levels and I want to check on accumulation or average price. I have a 2-year horizon on Adani Enterprises. तो flagship company अदानी समूह की तरफ से ये फोकस में रखा हुआ है. इन्होंने 3,100 के लेवल पर खरीदा है. फिलहाल 2390 पर आ चुका है, यानी कि इनकी खरीद से नीचे है. What is the outlook? Even if he has a 2-year time horizon, what should he do and where should he add?
Well, first of all, if you pull up last 1-year chart, last time we saw 3,100 level was exactly 1 year back in the month of October 2024. In fact, Since then, we have seen a lot of underperformance within Adani Group and Adani Enterprise specifically. So, यहाँ पर structure is not looking that great, but yes, given 2 years plus kind of time horizon, we may see a gradual up move in these particular stocks. Quite possible that it may revisit the levels of 3100 to 3500 going forward. But at present level, we are not looking any bottoming out process. It's just a consolidation that we are witnessing. Average करना है तो बेहतर होगा कि आप 2300 2200 के जोन में करें. That's a very strong support zone. So better थोड़ा सा wait करें average करने के लिए. But yes, 2 years plus kind of time horizon, this stock has a potential to move towards 3000 to 3500 plus kind of trajectory.
फैंटास्टिक ओके आई होप दिस हैज ट्रूली हेल्प्ड यू आउट समोक है बैंगलोर से और ये पूछते हैं आई एम होल्डिंग IRCTC shares from last 2 years. My average price is 830. I need a feedback on the stock and an outlook as well. Well, railway stocks have started to show us some positive momentum. Nilesh, do you think a stock like IRCTC bought at 830 will also start to move up now, or do you think again this will have to be something that one will have to keep a lot of patience in?
Absolutely. So you have rightly pointed out, you have to have some bit of patience because IRCTC within Railway Pack is still an underperformer. If you compare with other stocks like JWL, IRFC, and Railtail or Tex Rail, so these are the stocks where we have seen a good outperformance compared to IRCTC. It is still a laggard within this particular space. But yes, if somebody has a time horizon of 1 year plus, then we may see an up move towards 850 to 900 or quite possible 950 kind of levels can be seen. But for that, you need to give some more time. At present level, the support is coming somewhere around 670. So that should be your stop loss. And we don't see any V-shaped kind of recovery. But yes, a gradual up move is something that over the period you can expect towards 950 to 1000.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has truly helped you out. Let's take another one. This one is from one of our other viewers. Okay, we have this question from Vaishali Chaudhary. She says, hi Sakshi and hi Nilesh sir. I want to know about Time Technoplast. I bought this at 482. What is the strategy that I should adopt for next 1 year? Time Technoplast. No, sorry, 1 month perspective.
Right. So from a short-term perspective, with 1 month kind of time frame, quite possible that stock may hit a new record high from here. So that's somewhere around 510. So currently it is at 475. First of all, one should keep a stick stop loss at 448. So 448 should be a stop loss, and 500 is the immediate level, followed by 520 to 530 in next 1 month time frame.
Okay, fair point. Let's take the next one also. We have this one from one of our other viewers who's joining in, Manoj Bhai Kapadia. He says, sir, मेरे पास JBM ऑटो के शेयर है और भाव इसका है 710 का. यहाँ पर मैं 6 महीने और रुक सकता हूँ. मैं अहमदाबाद गुजरात से हूँ. प्लीज़ बताइए कि मुझे क्या करना चाहिए. ओके मनोज भाई, JBM ऑटो 6 महीने का नज़रिया 710 पे खरीदा है.
बिल्कुल देखिए JBM Auto in fact as mentioned at the beginning that we remain bullish on across all auto stocks, and we are also expecting a better numbers as far as September month is concerned. So quite possible in the October month we may see better numbers coming in from across all auto stocks. JBM Auto is also looking positive. It looks like it has bottomed out and we can expect a move towards 800 to 850. 800 से 850 की जोन में काउंटर जा सकता है. 710 पे लिया है तो एक ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस एग्जैक्टली 710 पर मेंटेन करें. इमीडिएट टारगेट 800 फॉलोड बाय 850 टू 900 कैन बी सीन, बट एक ट्रेलिंग स्टॉप लॉस यहाँ पे जरूर मेंटेन करें.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has helped you out as well. All right, it's 12:30. We'll just take one last view from Nilesh before we let you go. You've already shared a couple of stocks ideas for our viewers. Anything else that you may want to add, maybe from a trading perspective?
Right, Sakshi. So a couple of stocks we have already discussed. We spoke about Nykaa, so we remain bullish on Nykaa for 248, 250 kind of target. 236 should be the stop loss. Apart from that, another stock that's Motherson that we just pointed out. I'll just highlight the levels in this particular counter. So Motherson has given a good breakout from a falling trend line. Although we have seen a good spurt today of 3%, but it's a very good structure of buy and decline. 105 should be the stop loss, 110, 113 can be the immediate target. Another stock that is looking positive, that's Fin Pipe. So Fin Pipe, which is currently trading at 221, looks positive for 230 to 235 on the upside. Stop loss should be placed at 216, and Fin Pipe is a buy.
Okay, got that. I hope this has also truly helped you out there. Let's now thank you for being with us, Nilesh ji, and of course for helping all our viewers out with all their queries. Good to have you with us as always. Hope you have a great time. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Sakshi.
All right, viewers, well, let's get into the second segment now. Invite another guest who will be answering your questions next. Osho Krishnan, Senior Research Analyst for Technicals and Derivatives at Angel One, is now with us on the program. Osho, good afternoon. Good to have you. Tell me first, in this current market setup, which is turning increasingly volatile above 25,100, how are you looking to navigate? Any key stock ideas right at upfront that you can advise for all our clients and viewers?
Very good afternoon, Sakshi. Firstly, thank you for inviting me at the show. Well, firstly, I will be covering the technical structure of Nifty
Sure.
50 because in the last 8 trading session there has been a very strong winning streak that was seen in Nifty 50 index, and on the technical front we have seen a very strong technical structure of double bottom followed by descending trend line breakout. So I expect that in the coming period, now from here onwards, there is very high possibility for continuation on the higher end. But again, on the technical fronts, there will be movements or intermediate hurdles that can be seen from a short to short term perspective. So for very short term perspective, 25 250 will be the first resistance for Nifty. But once it break down the zone of 250, then we can definitely expect a target of 25 500 or 600 in the coming period. So I am expecting a kind of a bullish momentum in the benchmark index, and that is being accompanied by very strong momentum in Bank Nifty. But Bank Nifty, it is at a very crucial juncture of breakthrough. So 55,000 on the spot levels is a very strong resistance level for Bank Nifty. So once it breaches the zone of 55,000, then we can see very strong momentum coming back in the market, and one can be strongly bullish in the market looking at the recent developments that has been taken place. Now, coming to stock ideas, there has been many stock ideas or many stocks which are looking very promising. There has been very strong breakthrough also. Firstly, in some of the counters from auto space, Motherson is one of the counter which Nilesh has already just covered up. So I expect the momentum should continue in Motherson also. Technically, it has given a very strong momentum. So that will be the first counter. Other one is from the consumption space. I expect that looking at the overall momentum in consumption space, Voltas and Havels are looking very promising to me. They have seen a very strong rally. They have taken a breather. They have retraced the breakout levels, and at current levels, it is at a very strong accumulating zone. So one can look for buying opportunity in Voltas and Havels from short-term point of view.
Okay, got that. So from short-term point of view, consumption-oriented stocks is what Osho is keeping a keen eye out on, and you can note that down as well, viewers, where the technical charts are pointing out to some positive uptick. Let's start taking some questions with you from our viewers, Osho, then. We have this question from Mayank Chaudhary from Ghaziabad. He says, hi Sakshi, please review. I'm holding Solar Industries for September series in my portfolio at 14,451. What is the outlook on Solar Industries? The price is 14,451.
See again, the counter is into currently it is into a strong consolidation phase, but the technical developments have seen a kind of a strong momentum, or there has been a kind of a breather from the lower end. So I expect that there is a high possibility for the counter to see some kind of positive traction in the coming period. So I expect that on the higher end, 15,000, 14,900 to 15,000 should be seen as the first hurdle. And if it breaches the zone of 15,000 on the spot levels, then we can see a very strong momentum coming back in the counter for almost 16,000 as a target. But at present, it is at a very early stage of gaining positive traction. So one should be very much conservative with their investment in the counter. I expect that the position should be taken with a strict stop loss of nearly 13,965 as spot levels on this counter from a short term point of view.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has also truly helped you out. Now let's take another one. This one is also from our WhatsApp viewers who are writing in. This is Basavraj from Bangalore. He says, I've purchased Bandhan Bank shares in my portfolio priced at 230. I'm a long-term investor. I want to know whether I should be holding or averaging this one. Well, when we talk about the entire banking space, specifically on the private banking side, this has been one stock that has been a rather underperformer of late. But since Basavraj believes that he's a long-term investor, he's not too worried about his price that slipped from 230 to 163. But what exactly would you advise? Do you think an averaging at current price will actually help him out in averaging his position? Osho, are you on mute by any chance? We couldn't hear you.
I'm very sorry, I
Yeah.
was on mute.
Yes.
I was saying that this counter has been an underperformer in a very strong period of time, and I expect that the same could happen in the short-term perspective. So it is not advisable to start accumulating or average down the counter at current levels because the technical parameter still showcases a formation of lower highs on the technical front from a weekly point of view. So until it breaches the zone of nearly 190 on a decisive manner, I won't think there will be any kind of bullish sentiments associated to the counter. So one should look for buying opportunity only above the zone of 190. But better to switch from the counter because this counter has been a laggard from a very long period. So better to switch from the counter. There are other counters like Canara Bank, Federal Bank, which has seen a very strong outperformance, and technically and fundamentally both are positioned very well. So those people should look for opportunities in those counters rather than Bank of Bandhan Bank.
Okay. Next, we have Satyan's question coming in. He says, hi, please ask an outlook on Ahluwalia Construction. I'm sitting on a 15% loss right now. So, should I average or should I switch to any other stock that can actually help me make up my losses over the next 3 to 6 months perspective? Any advice that you would have, Osho, for Satyan here? Feeling stuck at Ahluwalia contract, sitting on 15% losses, will he be able to make up for losses in the same stock or should he switch?
See, currently the counter I do not track personally very strongly, but looking at the recent development, it's better to stay sidelines from the counter. There has been no positive traction in this counter for the timing, so better to switch from this counter to other counter which can see some kind of outperformance because majority of the counters at current levels are looking very lucrative from short to medium term point of view.
Okay. Samvit Nageshwar from our YouTube says, good afternoon to everybody. Good afternoon to you also, Samvit. The question is on Ashoka Buildcon. What is your view on this? No details have been shared, which means that it's a fresh outlook that maybe he's looking for.
See, Ashoka Buildcon in the recent period have seen some kind of traction because overall there has been traction in the whole real estate phase, but Ashoka Buildcon on the technical front is still hovering below the medium term moving average. So no doubt from the lower end it is at a very strong support of 170, but on the higher end the fresh traction can be seen only once it surpasses the zone of 210 from a medium term point of view. So only above 210 one can look for buying opportunity in the counter. And at current levels, if not in an investor, then stay sidelines. If already holding the position, then 170 should be the stop loss that one can hold the counter.
Fine. Let's take another one. This one is from Kalyan. He is from Bangalore again. A lot of queries coming in from Bangalore. So, Bangaloreans really watching our show very up and close. So, thanks a lot for joining in. Kalyan says, I want to know about Godavari biorefiners. At the current level, can I look at this stock? I have a 1-year time horizon. How would you look at it?
See, technically there is no very not very strong setup that we can see because the counter is not very old listed. But I expect that looking at the recent development that the counter has been into, especially in the current financial year, there is a possibility of gaining traction. On the higher end, I expect the traction to get aggravated once it breaches the zone of 310. So that will be a level where one should try to look for buying opportunity in the counter. If it surpasses the zone of 310, then we can see approximately 380, 390 as a target in the short term period. So one can look for buying opportunity, but only above the zone of 310.
Okay, so above 310 one can look at 390 coming in, so look at that front too. Let's take another one. This one is from one of our other viewers who's joining in on our YouTube. We have Saurav Goyal asking, Namaskar Osho sir, मुझे WCIL के बारे में पूछना है. लेट मी जस्ट एक्सपैंड दैट फॉर आवर व्यूअर्स टू सी. दिस इज वेस्टर्न कैरियर्स currently trading at 144, up by 7.7%. Smart volumes and strong momentum here that one can actually see. सौरभ says सर मैंने 141 पे लिया है और इसका टारगेट बता दीजिए क्या होगा. ऑलरेडी इन मोमेंटम, व्हाट्स द नेक्स्ट टारगेट यू सी ऑन दिस वन?
See, currently ये counter में देखें, so there has been a rounding formation on the technical front, especially on daily and weekly time frame chart, which is a very positive development on the technical front. So I expect that in the short term perspective, there is a possibility for retesting the zone of 165 to 170. So that will be the first zone that one can look for in the shorter term perspective. And once it surpasses the zone of 170, then again we need to review. But from a very short term point of view, I expect that the zone of 125 to 130 should be auguring well for any kind of support or any kind of further accumulation in the counter, while on the higher end 170 will be the immediate target that one can look for.
Okay, fair point. So you can actually look to build more profits there. Hope this has helped you out. Ankur Modi says, hi Sakshi, hope you're doing well. I'm very well, Ankur. Thank you so much for asking. I hope the same for you. The question is on Sagility. Can I buy Sagility at the current levels? What is your long-term outlook on this one?
See, currently looking at the technical developments, the counter is still into a very strong consolidation phase. So I expect that once it breaches the zone of 50, then only we can see some kind of positive traction coming back in the counter. But till that time, there is a possibility of sideways to positive momentum in this stock. So I expect that one should wait for a decisive breakthrough to happen, and then only can look for buying opportunity from medium to longer term perspective.
Sure. Let's take the next one. This one is from Arihant Yogi. He says it's a very useful show for us. Thank you so much, Arihant, for writing in. The question is on Ambuja Cements. He's looking for a fresh entry here. Now, we do know there is a lot of buzz on the cement space also because of the GST cuts as well. Let's find out whether Ambuja Cements is a good one to look at the current levels from this basket. Osho, what's your sense?
See, overall, the counter has seen a very strong breakout around the zone of 560 in the month of June. And again, the counter, after going towards the zone of 620, have retested the breakout zone of 560. So I expect that this is a very strong zone, and one can look for buying opportunity specifically for short to medium term point of view. Although one can even start accumulating at current levels, and if any dip further comes in and can give a price levels of nearly 540 to 550, that will be even better level to accumulate the counter. But even at current levels, one should definitely start accumulating in a staggered manner. On the higher end, I expect the immediate target to be around 620, but once it breaches the zone of 620, then from there onwards we can see nearly 120 points of upside rally. So 740 will be the target from medium to long term perspective.
Okay, let's take the next one. This one is from Vishesh Mani Tripathi. He says, मैम KEC इंटरनेशनल बाय किया हुआ है, इसका प्राइस है 820, 100 शेयर्स है मेरे पास. टारगेट क्या होगा एक शॉर्ट टर्म व्यू के हिसाब से आपसे जानना चाह रहे हैं KEC इंटरनेशनल.
और सी KEC में काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग ट्रैक्शन आया हुआ है, एंड आई एक्सपेक्ट कि 930 940 का नेक्स्ट पड़ाव है, नेक्स्ट रेजिस्टेंस है. सो 930 तक बिल्कुल पोजीशन को होल्ड करना चाहिए, बट वो बहुत क्रिटिकल जोन होगा, बिकॉज 930 अगर ब्रेक थ्रू करता है, so that will be making a very strong pattern breakout, जिसका हायर टारगेट नियरली 150 पॉइंट्स 180 पॉइंट्स का देखने को मिल सकता है. सो शॉर्ट टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव के लिए 930 का टारगेट है. उसके अलावा अगर होल्ड कर सकते हैं तो एक ब्रेकआउट का वेट करें, एंड नियरली मुझे लगता है 1050 1080 तक के टारगेट्स देखने को मिल सकते हैं.
ओके, लॉन्ग टर्म में 1000 के ऊपर भी जा सकता है, शॉर्ट टर्म में 930 तक के लेवल्स आपको देखने को मिल सकते हैं. दोनों नज़रिए आपके साथ शेयर किए गए हैं. जतिन दवे हैं, लिखते हैं, हाय साक्षी, गुड आफ्टरनून. आई हैव आशापुरा माइन कैम्प at the rate of 607. I want to know what is the target and stop loss that I can keep. I have a 3-month horizon. तो एक शॉर्ट टर्म के हिसाब से ये भी पूछ रहे हैं. आशापुरा माइन कैम्प के ऊपर खरीदारी की हुई है इन्होंने 607 पर, प्रॉफिट में है, ऑलमोस्ट 640 के आसपास आ चुका है ये शेयर. आज भी 5% ऊपर और अच्छे वॉल्यूम्स के साथ यहाँ पर तेजी देखने को मिल रही है. अब 3 महीने तक का आउटलुक बताइए ओशो यहाँ.
सी ओवरऑल अगर देखें इस पर्टिकुलर क्वार्टर में काउंटर अप्रोक्सीमेटली 50% का गेन दिखा चुका है, एंड टेक्निकली अगर हम देखें तो इसका जो रेजिस्टेंस जोन नजर आ रहा है वो नियरली 670 से 675 के अप्रोक्सीमेटली लेवल्स पे दिखाई दे रहा है. सो मुझे लगता है नो डाउट अभी ट्रैक्शन काफी मजबूत है काउंटर में, सो मोमेंटम प्ले करना बिल्कुल लाजमी है, बट अपने शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए, अपने प्रॉफिट्स के लिए, अपने प्रॉफिट्स को ट्रेल करके रखें नियरली। मुझे लगता है 600 का एक स्टॉप लॉस लगा करके रखें काउंटर में, एंड हायर लेवल्स पे 675 तक के टारगेट्स के लिए आप बिल्कुल इसे होल्ड कर सकते हैं।
Sure. Let's take the next one then. We have Bhima's question next on our YouTube. He says, one MobiQuick लिया हुआ है इन्होंने 422 के प्राइस पर, अब क्या करना है? पिछले कुछ हफ्तों में हमने काफ़ी मोमेंटम भी देखा है वन MobiQuick सिस्टम से, एक तरफा रैली भी देखी है। आज भी 3 से 3.5% तक का जंप देखने को मिला। हालांकि सुबह से ये स्टॉक काफ़ी लो लाइंग था, लेकिन एकाएक 12 बजे के बाद एक हमने वॉल्यूम सर्च देखा है वन MobiQuick में। ऑलमोस्ट 4% ऊपर है 308 के लेवल पर। इस चार्ट को स्ट्रेच करेंगे पिछले एक हफ्ते में, आप देखेंगे किस तरीके का मोमेंटम इस शेयर में आया है, और पिछले 1-2 हफ्तों में लगातार ये मूव में भी रहा है। ओशो, अभी जिन्होंने लिया है, भीमा ने जैसे खरीदा हुआ है इसको 422 पर, क्या कर सकते हैं आप?
सी करेंटली बहुत दिनों के बाद काउंटर में एक ट्रैक्शन आया है, एंड लोअर लेवल से एक रिवर्सल के सिग्नल्स भी देखने को मिले हैं। वॉल्यूम के साथ एक बाइंग ट्रैक्शन हुई है काउंटर में। सो मुझे लगता है शॉर्ट टर्म में एक ट्रेंड रिवर्सल के इनिशियल सिग्नल्स तो बिल्कुल देखने को मिल रहे हैं, बट बहुत ही वोलाटाइल है, तो थोड़ा रिस्क इससे बिल्कुल एसोसिएटेड रहेगा। बट टेक्निकली बहुत सारे पॉजिटिव डेवलपमेंट्स भी हैं, तो बिल्कुल पोजीशन अभी होल्ड करके रखे। मुझे लगता है लोअर एंड पे 275 का बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट है, उसके नीचे अगर जाता है तो वापस से करेक्टिव फेज में एंटर कर जाएगा काउंटर। तो 275 के स्टॉप लॉस से होल्ड करें, एंड आने वाले दिनों में हमें लगता है मोमेंटम यहाँ से और भी ज्यादा बनता हुआ दिखाई दे सकता है।
Sure. Osho, we'll take one or two more questions. This one is from Parthasarthi Krishna. Interesting one he's asking. He says, up to 1 year time frame, I want to know, are there any banking stocks that can double from the current value as well? Are there any large cap companies like HDFC that can double from here? Well, it's a very interesting question, Parthasarthi. If you will just go back a little, go to last 3 years time frame and see how HDFC Bank has performed, it would have hardly moved any needle. And to expect after the momentum that has got generated that the stock should double in the next 3 years, it's a very big responsibility, I feel, for HDFC Bank to really look at, especially because of the large size that the bank holds. What's your sense, Osho? How would you advise on this query?
See, firstly, to be on a practical front, I won't advise any stock to get double within a time frame of 1 year. But yes, there is a very high possibility for gaining a decent traction and even outperformance in HDFC Bank. So I expect the counter have seen a decent movement. There has been a decent correction also from higher levels, and it is at a very lucrative zone. So one can definitely add it in their portfolio for a decent correction of maybe a 2-digit kind of a returns in the portfolio. But from for a 2x kind of perspective, I won't be the person that can advise. And specifically on HDFC Bank, if it grows 2x, then the whole market will be at some other level. So that will be a very positive scenario for the market, but that is something which is practically not evident as of now. So I will say that stay invested in the market, and there is high possibility for gaining 2-digit kind of returns in HDFC Bank.
Okay, fair point. I hope this has truly helped you out, Partha Sarthi. Let's take the one last question that we have. This is from James Matthew. He says, good afternoon. Can you please tell me about IRDA and what is the outlook on this one? Well, this is also one stock which has been seeing a lot of retail traction, retail investors' interest as well. From the time the IPO came in, the stock had zoomed, but it entered into a long hibernation period. Today, it's up by 3.7%, and that's why I feel the question again. What exactly is your thought on IRDA?
See, gradually the counter is gaining some kind of traction, although there has been a consistent correction in the counter from a very longer term perspective, because I remember that we have even talked on this counter when it was at 300 or 280 kind of a zone, and presently it is at 153. But looking at the recent development or the recent consolidation that the counter have seen, I expect that the zone of nearly 140 should be auguring very well as a support zone, while on the higher end, there is a strong possibility for the counter to gain traction once it surpasses the zone of 160. So that will be the first resistance for the counter. If it breaches the zone of 160, then there is a high possibility to retest the zone of 185 to 190 from short to medium term point of view. So at present level, the risk reward is very much favorable, and one can look for buying opportunity in the account.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Osho, for being with us in the edition today, helping us out with your insights on the markets and, of course, solving all the queries of our viewers. Those are all the questions that we could take today. In case there are some more questions that we could not take up today, please send them to us. In tomorrow's trading session, we'll be again joined by another set of experts who can help you out with your choice of stocks and those that are on your watch list as well. So stay tuned. Business Today Television will continue to get you the market coverage on the other side. And, of course, I'll be seeing you for the closing edition.
From overnight global cues to live Dalal Street moves, we decode what matters for your money today. From stocks to sectors to the top business news, we've got